piano. It must say my show.
Almost $300 million.
So the show has come to stay. Mummy na yesu. Na yentiche o man. Na wonso oni nipa.
E daddy e Ghana for dia. Enye BP dia. Enye NDC dia. Enye obi bia dia.
Pesa kufa. Because what to niamam and affecting all this. Fuel prices now what they buy.
Yeah, I just NDC for car be kwa Ghana card akodi ndai ni bi kra manasa.
Mene wo ka say ya ye kan. Ye no nya se ya te de say e kina iti pa se kira. NDC for wo be kwa fa da bi wo ti ben kai. Me na me ka draw.
Mo pese mo hwe susu a mo ko Facebook na Instagram, ni YouTube, ni Twitch, NDC TV, Anchor FM.
Yechia Ghana Funeral. My show is your show. Because a Ghana enti and a show that will be my show. And that will be the
You are here for your major and Mokaba Ediba my show, NDC Hour Jumedi. So, yet I must say, Monya Bre, any adaji, no more train. And let us see you clear that today is 23rd of November 2022. Thank you for joining us. This is my show, NDC Hour. My show, NDC Hour, we are live on Today Ghana News TV. Today Ghana News TV can be found live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We are also live on Instagram. all the social media networks. We are live, and on satellite, we are there too. You can, if you want to watch us or listen to us on podcasts, please tune into Today Ghana News TV on Anchor FM. There you can listen to us live. Meeting Eddie Alfred Kuyole, your regular host, and ne meeting you Eddie Ababa Eddie Amaye. NDC said that the American no e Ghana Ghana Mpunto Ghana Yedi Ghana Mpunto Ghana Yedi into Asia and you make out be and so Ghana who don't see waja de wo ye ho esia kunwa said don't hear back on me no e anymore yemfa dwumadi e hyeso wo comments wo questions Fabra tenende di kan wo join your show yi so a yesre oba platform be our join your super free just like the platform, like the page, share the page on various groups and platforms that you have so that others can watch and listen to us also live. And today's program has been solely dedicated to NDC, the German chapter, because NDC German chapter, a year on the 3rd of December, Yako Congress. Na Congress na yebe ko woni tu ase Congress time so de ya se tameshe abinfo wu so nipa bebre etomu asi wo se mfie 4 years da yanemi umpeso omo som NDC ekui umpeso omo som NDC German chapter omo take NDC German chapter any NDC as a political party on the next level, so they have availed themselves to be voted for. Yes, dear, or what Canada no who soon no stro. Then na ku for the aye yenti. Ama say Ghana. O kan ke see na aye kan but eja be na dey say kejabi. Ti ye kan ye jabi. And yet me were comrades and as delegates, also to say guests, and if I'm not mistaken, about 8 different or 10 different personalities on the show today. Safway, they are going for various positions, or they are aspiring for various positions in the NDC German chapter executive portfolios. They all aspire for general secretary. I will say, they will aspire for financial secretary. So, we were youth organizers and communication officer, various portfolios, they are all there. And then you have a DNT and the Yentu Abama Asmesi, not OD anymore. And as a DNT, then you can say Abama or Bentain. So these delegates or these aspirants are going to make more or less their mini manifesto to the delegates within the German chapter. So the Baya, your Congress, 3rd December, Airbus or Hanover now. Delegates will be informed enough to know the better candidate they should vote for. Of course, anybody who is aspiring to hold on to a portfolio within the German chapter is competent enough to hold that position. But as you all know, just one person, only one person can hold a position at a time. In Intina, I was say, and democracy, that is the beauty of democracy. Can be say democracy. Oh, because I will be saying, Mena, me papa, mena, me bank, and then mena me day. No, NDC, we are not like that. The BM so be it me fale in nomination. Tine delegates, I was saying, and Jeme introduce omo. Na me de ama mu na answer na me be introduce me guests me no mo show you so nero me fan chia enkoma NDC German chapter executives and electoral commission oma bodwuma papa over the weeks veteran hold o mo how o mo conduct or self as far as branch elections are concerned. Chapter elections see say Ukraine me enemy Chairman Kokobo, Yamishra, why are there any Chairman Tom ne all the electoral commissioners, Yamishra Munina, El Mojumapa, Moye, Yaniso, Namadin Chia, ma, a Billyfield branch, so and also Mechiamo, a NDC. national executive sɛ Ghana so yɛkyia mu nyinaa national executive elections here because congress here because yesterday enkoboko what you say abusian tokwa. You understand? It has to be friendly fire near gidigidi. What you say? I didn't say that they can't, you know. The fact that will be contest will be interested will be MP will be asked when they be no. That is democracy. We have to contest, even if we are brothers, we have to contest each other so that at the end of the day, delegates will make an informed decision. The agenda is 2024 because we have to rescue Ghana from this mess. Nene Kufuado, any Dr. Bawumia, and then Nikeno Furiata de Remono. I will say, yeah, clean our mess. No? That is why we need to comport ourselves as far as the campaign is going on our Congress. I mean, sure, we come hotel. I'm a bar. I've been introduced my guests. So, watch on here. Wait, Today News TV, Today News TV, or Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Subenya, Upa Instagram, so you boho, you joint ho. Ne say, oh, you'll be a TikTok, so I also say, oh, one more. Na be binti uti train uti care uti play mo uni TV na pesa uti just audio on podcast Subenya or Anchor FM. Ni nim sesa kena information center e watatali was more biem hu ya enchia enkoma mo nyina so what join the program here just like the page and share the program or the page to various platforms that are for benya ya hwe enti ye twa ho na ya je aboafo nkrato ya ba me de me guests I na me no mo show yi so abedo modi a kire mo enti ye twa ho abataw
Yo Palanche, Tete.
Dromo
Ilo Eche.
Papa ne na mbeshi lata kon chami ni free bank.
Elele forma for na.
For na for onye gbemi score. Papa ni lata mi ni ebo kan wo jira po aye ko. Minister no ba nya ba di step me neke. Na nya ji ade nya.
Yo, what here for? We the no more papa be. My guest I would decline me introduce Comrade Maxwell Nati. Comrade Maxwell Nati or NDC ni what was a yen to Abamano na uncle vie for the position as a youth organizer. Comrade, you're more about MyShow NDC Hour Special so.
Major so black and
Upon what to say?
I'm not doing.
Now, comrade, what informed you to vie for a position as a youth organizer?
Thank you. First of all, medical here, you're here for, and to say okay, you know, meda NDC, electoral commission. So I see, Germany, or my boy Juma pa, Sidan can warm. He was tough, very no here, but we were all able to say through never do ampa ya kan party ni mediatri kakra eche kakra na ya hwese na niam ko ni hin no here penifo no mo di anim for 2 years so ma breduma pa ya di asida be mom so mo timi asumu abedu ebi aya bedu ya do mo ase ebedu ya na say okay some of us here heard the way anyama ko no we need to rally behind. If you say you're the home gym, na yenye ni ye, enti doing 1 or 2 consultation, no, and I decided say me go as a youth organizer. Na me the abua party no.
Now, comrade, who Jama branch ben awo?
Me were Mannheim
branch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Oshe said the NDC German chapter. Yes, Yashana Kwakudru. When him say agenda this year 2024, catch the delegates, and the inter delegates and two abamau. The organizer, Emma NDC German chapter.
Me that say. Say uje me flyer echo round sa me motto unity and youth empowerment. Unity one na say I say yetimi kan ye ho bom ye ba ko. But me main we agenda make it say nyame adom no moto abama me say me be NDC youth organizer. Me main agenda no 5 agendas are many that so me pese me so me ediboa na yɛde ɛyɛ party no wɔ Germany ha. Number 1, to say me can youth mobilization. Number 2, expand NDC across the youth in Germany. Number 3, organize a group of me. First, Aduma 2024 election. Maybe Modiape youth ni bi aka me ho na say ye ya ye betimi akọ Ghana akọboa ewo election na ebe koso no. Number 4, say ye betimi organize seminars among the youth here in Germany, and also to connect with other youth, NDC youth in the diaspora. And the last one, say you set up a fund for the youth wing. Now yabwa bwaska na say do maybe say na chapter ni yaska e betimi di abwa.
What way the or chamber as a one here. And some that will be as soon be a pensum that tea. I said, okay, penny for say, what do I not done? You are a bit more. What can I come?
Yeah.
People say, what as Comrade Maxwell, what makes you different? Because we contender so our agenda. What makes you different from the other? I'm not saying say just insult somebody, no. But what makes you unique? Nunti say two abandon na ya and two ama semesia. Who feel say wait my adwuma more as an say ni pakro.
Okay, me that one no see wo. So we make can say as just a member of the chapter no. My boy Juma kakra. Even though say me member kakra me ma penny for line my boy Juma kakra.
Juma ben wa kakra kachre.
Me that say ushe before na ye NDC chapter no na we were ye ni Google location say be obi hwehwe ye nwo internet so be hu ye by me organization metimi aputo NDC on the Google map and let's say we boy NDC German chapter or any information if you ask to telephone number and so when contact you be to get to NDC California be what Germany. Yeah. Secondly, we call Facebook. Maybe a Facebook page. I'm NDC German chapter. As we speak, you are about 9,800 followers. Our Facebook. Most of your new comrades are connected through NDC or Germany and all connected through Facebook because we have a Facebook page now.
Yeah.
We got Twitter. We have a Twitter account. NDC German chapter. Your Twitter account. Our Twitter as well as Instagram. And he said edumano eyedin but edu baby he said sika eni ha enti o say ya yetimi eyi bi na edi boa party ni say be pushing forward we say ma ye ko congress ma donate say ba ni say nyame adoma and I've done it with a 500 euro support say yan fanko congress no enti no we say more with nyama kakara ma ye mi feel say if I get the nod to be elected as the youth organizer no make me aboa akweni mama eduma no ayeye wo Germany.
Yo Comrade Masonati yeda wase wanu hwa ene some bibinti wo competitor won woni show you so ne we show no so Friday very good but sebeya a TF which man make and I said delegate which man make informed decision Erwade adom next week ye pese mumiru nyamba ba show you so na fe ye debating na delegate say hu why enna o se fata say 4 years a day anymore odi NDC German chapter youth anim na ye wode ye ko bosha asase no so enti ye da wase de din kan delegates so da wase definitely the votes is with the delegates. They have heard you and they will make an informed decision. And of course before na be kono na campaign so e ko say
nyame adom ya guso ya make one or two
grounds ye there
nyame adom But to say delegate in our power, no. So we are looking up to the delegate. Say Danny Dua, they are going to vote massively for me.
Okay, yeah, that was a part. Then, comrade, I mean, shall say when you're daji at the buy MyShow NDC Hour Jumedi, so now we share vision and no agenda at the German delegate Congress on the 3rd of December. I mean, shall be brave. Okay, you were here for way, comrade Maxwell Nati and I attending Kano. Or not, or I vie for position as a youth organizer, our German chapter, Germany, one of the biggest NDC stronghold in the diaspora. Yinwe pese ujina ekoma edi youth nanimu the next 4 years a day anymore, which means that 2024, he is aspiring to become the ringleader of the youth, no, to the war front. Say Eradia Domwa 3rd December, Sabato no yedu kugwe ya ne say delegates a small kind of Thomasum and I say and Thomasum. Yada comrade Nati ase se onya daje na one yen apetwetwe nkomo. The next guest and sana mabeka me text messages and the TF said ye kind of say who question be edema a specific aspirant. You can write the question at the comment level ba mekain mebusa delegate no na sorry aspirant no na once wait me ya no enti for comments or questions and contributions efabra wo hweye ewo MyShow NDC Hour ewo Today Ghana News TV. So Today Ghana News TV ewo Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, oba Twitch so ewo honomo na TikTok so YouTube na opeso tie so benya ewo podcast on Anchor FM. And na tamale so Sakena information center and so mo bi mu hu ya enwumre ya chiachia Sakena information center fo nyina ye nana tafrimu I mean shira wo so hwe free totally northern region I mean shira tamale for tamal totally for say mutie. Okay, my next guest and I say my next guest on the show comrade John Aqua. Comrade John Aqua, one also aspire for a position as a financial secretary. You see, agrobe da. Next, I say agrobe de from Otumo se visa. Because there also be de from me da na jo. See, young comrade so yisika sem. Ya papa ye nua ene ye comrade say opese odi animu to emfie na ye da animu na ototo yisika sem. Ye nhwe say ampase wo the competence for what the ideas or what the patience I'll bet me at the skitu sa tax na you comrade dem wakwa ba edeba MyShow NDC Hour Jumedi so
yeah me so
na pom to say
nyamia demo
na comrade the nyamia say branch be na won pacho
mo Dusseldorf branch okay have a
Dusseldorf branch for nyina ehwe live Dusseldorf for your chiachi mu nyina okay who is comrade John Aqua? And I say, who is John Aqua?
John Aqua, NDC neighbor mapa. Me wo Germany ha. Me journey NDC. I work from her since 2012. Na ye name na. You do say you per se ye 9cc from. You decided say you be kay wabum. Na ya form Germany Dark Band. Na eno band sa no ne hia mpenifo a omo nimdie ne nyansa ye betimi aye adwuma no. Na answer me be kosa dwumadie no so no na me ye Dusseldorf financial secretary.
Oh, okay.
Me here for a while.
This is Kasemi ye wo msano.
Wo msano kakra. Enti me koye adwuma wo Council of Elders. Na ye draw roadmap to Congress 2020.
20, yeah.
Ye di inaugurate Germany chapter no. Inti me de market na me campaign for no why to normal. Ye do go akwem. Ye de call what do you call it court. You call register. Germany Dachverband no as an EV.
There's a IFA, there's a NGO now, okay? Because
EV
IFA,
eingetragene Verein.
no, yeah, German, okay. Now we want to German, so what can I say?
German Hanum no police seta wontimi enhia obi bia anye meeting na won register ye ansa abenu bedi ntansa na ubetimi operate okroma no na say register e wo court ma okroma no penifo no say mo exist
Yeah.
mo ye meetings na mo ye mo operate hanum na so hanum dwumadie no e wo ehun hihye ne rules and regulations are a guide eingetragene Verein yenye no bia to send ya other chapters no more chance if you register into the system to know omutimi operate anyhow yende ne de embra eda ho di baby bia no official e wo proma
There's a more that's so I brief background of you. I mean, sure. There's a say you can because German NDC German chapter no you can founding fathers are intimate can you free mo. That's it. Now you say pray for another term as a financial secretary. Ubibusa say adenti adwuma etu much adwuma yentua oka. Adna wonpo adwuma papa bi nyina anyu euro papa bi mubutom. Na wuja sa eno ho na wode wadaje obesa wadaje wo NDC ho. Adenti na wo peso tu sana mo no.
Nyame adom me wo medwuma meye. Me ankasa mo nsa no dwuma meye. Intino me time no a bit flexible. And in time between so on say me mindful here me asa o mind papa me person my spectator. Intino me tum hwesi ho ne nimbia nimde mo bia no me de aboa NDC Germany chapter. And in time between one see one say me bomb home body I bibia meeting bia na me de aboa ma NDC economy.
And Ubibusa say as a financial secretary, then it means that you know the financial muscles of the NDC German chapter. I don't want the figures. I just want you to tell me, tell your delegates, how solid is NDC German chapter?
You know, Germany Dachverband, NDC Germany Dachverband, we are forced to reckon with here in the diaspora. And in order to prove the fact that we are a financial heavyweight, there are a whole lot of things we are. Let's say after the 2022 Congress, no, if I'm given the nod to lead again, maybe my name team. As it to me, I believe in numbers because politics is a game of numbers.
Numbers, correct.
So I like working in a team whereby me as the financial secretary, I will take absolute responsibility for whatever that we do. And me motto me di accountability, transparency, probity, and integrity.
But that is NDC motto.
Oh yes, because since revolution started, we were in school. And just for timer, maybe to pay about Germany. Let me do my with Nepal or Ghana. In the student wing, time revolution started, and I remember them. I cannot do anything besides what I was built up with.
Okay, so delegates want to know what are some of the measures and strategies that you have in place as a tour banamau now be the NDC German chapter as financial secretary for the next 4 years. What are some of the programs? They are tour. Ube faswa baka so win and maybe I'm a German as NDC diaspora become the first and the strongest in the diaspora.
Okay, thank you very much for this question. The thing is, NDC Dachverband is made up of branches. We have branches under the Dachverband.
Yeah.
And for the chapter to survive, we depend solely on the branches and their dues. So one main thing that I would do as a chapter financial secretary is I will encourage them, every branch, to register in their locality. Then we will put in a membership drive, whereby the new members, the grassroots that are in the system, who are not well integrated and migrated, we will help them to be integrated in the area of language, and then soliciting them to get jobs. Because when they are well integrated now, it's easy for them to get jobs.
Yeah, definitely.
And when our members, our grassroots, the base of the party, which is the branches now, enough members, we register a lot of members, and they are all working. When it comes to paying of dues, it wouldn't be a problem. When it comes to contributing, it wouldn't be a problem. And I have another system, mini team will put in place. Any money that you contribute to the welfare of NDC or the DAC for Banda, will not go away. Your system it will be recorded accumulatively. Now, at a particular time, we will enhance you. We'll start with a gold card as a financier. Let's say at a point in time, you say evaluate the amount of contributions that you've done. So if you deserve to be a platinum donor or financier, we'll give you a platinum card, electronic card. Be paying 2020. We issued our cards for all those who donated for the 2020 elections.
And those cards, what are the benefits? If one has a platinum card, one has gold or silver card, what is it? What benefit does it come with?
We'll link it up with the national. So you can say we are a diaspora person. NDC you abemo. Let's say ubefia. Let's say beginning. Let's say upese we uhuchre. So we NDC neba. At least there should be something that you have to show.
Yeah, sure. So to prove say you are indeed a member.
Yes. Into be membership card.
Yeah.
We membership card. Let's say we financier card also. Edi tre. Omwa. Ehia so omuhua. What the tre omwa mbetimi hu.
Okay.
And so what the tre ombe hu category baby awo. A financing them.
Yeah, that's it. Comrade. Yeah, that's it, Comrade John Aqua. Comrade John Aqua vie for a position as a financial secretary in the German chapter. Congress na basso on the 3rd of December. Delegates mona about one mona 2 minutes Comrade Akanasem Waka the Oba obeye ama NDC German chapter Nibia so national so inti yese 2 minutes the 2020 your friends saying 23rd on 3rd December. See for sure Mr. Comrade Aqua ni dimbe ballot paper so inti said what can Thomas someone na mod promote etima no Comrade ebrenti ye de ebisia sei ye da se wunya abre na ode be join ye na obe chere de ye to abama wa obeye amaye ewo NDC chapter ye mfie na ye da ye nimu na 2024 so ye wa akono. So we need people with such ideas. So say 2024 no so the party wouldn't lack. Na yetimi agi to me no every sebi akronfo yinsem na Ghana for enya ahoto. Nyankopon hya wo se wonya abre ene adaje na obe join ye e wo Today Ghana News TV so. Let us be brave. Okay. Eti for where Comrade John Aqua and out in can be kind messages kakra aba na comments kakra aba iwia na me next on the list Comrade Bashiru Abdullahi Abba enti yehwe comment name messages kakra aba na yengenkan emamo we every Daniel Dake ho or say eyezu eyeza and away from boys that is the beauty of democracy in NDC watching from Barcelona. Hey, who here free Barcelona, who free Poland? Okay, we free Pfizer Bauer or say bravo what fitness mama comrade Omabaku Nyamishra comrade we free Jasper Kujo Adamaho was say online in Aachen. Yankopon Shra was what Johnny free Aachen. That's a P. If you say superior, honey, was say watching you from Barcelona, Spain. Congratulations, NDC Germany. You guys are doing very well. Thank you to senior superior. With Nanata Frimu watching you live from Tatale, Northern Ghana. You are live on Sakina Information Center. We are listening to you live. Bogus, bring money to help NDC win the next elections. Yeah, the bogus will bring one to win to NDC so that we can win election 2024. We're free patience. That one was watching you on YouTube from Hamburg, Germany. Thank you, patience. And with you, Tom Honey was watching live from Bielefeld as a neutral observer. Thank you. And I wuni Tore ini I say Mahama is coming back. Inshallah. Inshallah. And Togo Sieni Suni was watching live from Geildorf. Okay, with Dauda Yaura Salifu Kuntnata was watching live from Reading, UK, Great Britain. Nyankopo Inshamo say more comment about with Samuel Kofi Honey was say host and guest. Don't go too much local, please. More in English. Thanks. Comrade, hi Germany, Germany, I can't Dutch. Okay, was say Antoinette Thompson was say, wow, I'm listening, big bro. You are there. With Tom Honey was say, how will the contributions of delegates go to Congress be collected? Was it how will the contributions of delegates to the Congress be collected? Oh, okay, that is a question. Was it good evening, comrade, watching from Hanover with a party Nabeduho. And Julius Ameyaw Ade was super. With the party Nabedu BM or say good vibes, comrade Johnny Aqua. Since a voice comrade Johnny. Okay, with Evangelistic Prayer Warriors International. Good job, comrades. And away Julius Ameyaw BM Ade was say well delivered. John Baptist Nasuni was say watching from Cologne. Warm greetings to all comrades. Samuel Kofi, or baby was say Emefa Mia from Duisburg. Ni Otu Ankara Eyezu we they come like Kakai. And Antoinette B.M. Thompson was watching live from Cape Coast. Proud of you, big bro. You were here for where your comments kakra aba yede to yede bre muni me say bre kra me kote na makohwe comrade Bashiru Abdullah or no so etun wesi ho say he's vying for a position as deputy youth organizer, if I'm correct. Is that correct, comrade?
Yes, it's correct.
Comrade, do you want to speak English or you want to speak Tree?
Of course, I want to speak English because my Chi is not all that good.
No problem at all. You are most welcome to my show NDC Hour on Today Ghana News TV.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We are proud to have you on the show.
Thank you. We are proud to. We are happy for you every day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Comrade, first, can you tell us who is Abdullah Bashiru?
Thank you for asking this question. I'm Abdullah Bashiru, a 40-year-old young man, young Ghanaian, who come from the Upper East region, Boku Central Constitution.
Okay. And which branch are you in Germany?
Branch, I'm in Hanover.
You are in Hanover branch.
We are in the host nation city.
Oh, okay. You are the one hosting the Congress.
Inshallah.
Oh, nice one. And if I may ask, comrade, why are you aspiring to become a deputy youth organizer?
Thank you for asking that question. But first of all, I would like to ask you if only you are happy with our Ghanaian economy. First of all.
That's my answer. I'm not happy at all.
Thank you very much. So that is why we said no. Because with the Ghanaian economy, we have to mobilize our youth here in Germany in diaspora to bring us together to restore the power of NDC for the 2024 election, for the NDC to rescue our beautiful land for us.
Oh, okay.
So that is my wish. I'm going for the deputy youth organizer to help the German executive to mobilize ourselves very strong and powerful.
Comrade, tell us, as a youth organizer or a deputy youth organizer, so to say, being organizer, it has to do with mobilization of people. Can you tell us what makes you unique? What makes you competent? I know you are competent, but of course, your unique traits that makes you the man on top to take over the portfolio as a deputy youth organizer.
Thank you very much.
That the youth are very stubborn nowadays.
Of course, the youth are very stubborn nowadays, but the youth also likes people that are lovely and kind people, you know. So I since I started, I was in Germany here for 2011.
Oh, okay.
13 years now in Germany. But first of all, I can say like Hanover here, I can say half of Ghanaians know who I am.
Okay. Why?
Because every occasion I try to respect to be there. The people to see me like I'm a Ghanaian. If it's a marriage, together with them and make happiness. If it's sad news too, I will come and help them for us all to get this sadness.
Oh, okay.
So from that what I'm doing, then our NDC chairman in Hanover here invited me to come and we talk. How can we mobilize the NDC in Hanover here? So we started like a joke, and I tell my chairman that we can reach where we like if only they are serious. And unfortunately, my chairman are even more serious than me.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Before the day, I even forget when I was starting. I have to greet my women's organizer in Hanover here, and the chairman and the vice chairman. They really do what they're supposed to do.
Who is your chairman, if I may ask?
You know, I used to call him. Sorry, I used to call him Badu because of the family name.
Yeah.
I used to call him that name, so I don't call his full name. I only call him with the family name.
But comrade, you know that being a deputy youth organizer is the whole Germany, and you know Germany, we have 16 states in Germany.
Of course.
Do you see yourself to be someone who has the time to actually, because it's not going to be mobilizing only the youth in Hanover, but the entire Germany? Do you see yourself having that time, the capacity to do that?
Yeah, for me, I have one thing in my life. I don't want to talk because my work always tell who I am. I already tell my senior executive in Germany here, if only they give me that chance, they will see it. For me, I like to mobilize youth. That is my hobby. Bring people together. That is my hobby.
Tell me give me one example. What are some of the things that you use to mobilize? What are the strategies you use to mobilize youth?
Of course, first of all, I can say it in Hanover here. in Hanover here, the NDC youth in Hanover.
Yeah.
I think I'm the one who go and rent a place.
Oh, okay.
Like a garden. So every summer I mobilize people to just make a grill for them to enjoy.
And you have never invited me on.
Because you are not in Hanover. I don't want to invite somebody far away to come and talk it, you know.
Okay.
So I used to do that, and I mobilize many things. Like when we have a festival like Eid, they always do it in my place.
Oh, okay.
Right now, I'm telling you, the food that we are going to cook, they are going to cook it in my place.
You mean the food we are coming to eat in Hanover?
You are coming to eat on the 3rd in Hanover.
Inshallah.
If you visit my place on Friday, you see what they are doing there.
I see.
So that is my work. I like, and right now, of course, we are seeing what is happening in Ghana. My brother, you cannot even say anything.
Yeah.
Because especially we those are in Europe here, we are suffering. With this kind of economy, we cannot do nothing. Never and ever. So we have to try our best to mobilize the diaspora to come together so that we can support NDC for 2024 to take these people out of the country so that we can have peace.
Thank you so much. Comrade,
you're welcome.
Bashiru Abdullahi says we have to try and mobilize the diaspora so that we can take these people out of power, because these people are oppressing. They are oppressing the Ghanaians. They are, as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, they are modern imperialists.
Of course.
And it is sad that Ghana is witnessing what is witnessing now. So delegates, you have the power, you have the mandate. This is Comrade Bashiru Abdullahi. He's vying for a position as a deputy youth organizer. And as you heard from the horse's own mouth, he is the man of the youth. Mobilization is his hobby, as he said. And he said again that when he comes to Hanover, the food we are going to eat is coming from him, or it's going to be cooked in his house or something. Comrade, thank you so much. Because of time,
no problem.
I would like to end here. And
thank you so much.
That the power is with the delegates. So just 2 words for the delegates. Then we sign off.
Of course, for the delegates, I can say it like right now, in Hanover, if only in Hanover only vote for you, then you qualify. If only all in Hanover vote for you, you qualify. So, and they know who I am, and they accepted me to stand where I'm going because they know who I am. I have nothing to tell them. I'm only greeting them day and night for this opportunity that they are giving to me.
Thank you, comrade.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for making time to join us. Viewers, this is my show NDC Hour. Today, my show NDC Hour, we are on a different dimension, different pedestal. We are having a chat with all aspirants aspiring to be voted for to hold positions as chapter NDC German chapter executives. That is why we have dedicated today's program to the aspirant to make their policies, their visions, their agenda known to you respectful delegates. This is my show NDC Hour. We are live on Today Ghana News TV. Today Ghana News TV can watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also watch us live on Anchor FM. God bless you for tuning in. Now, let me read the message. There are some messages that came. Let me read these short messages. When I come back, then my next on the flip will be Comrade Albert Alan Dechi. He will be my next on the show. Before then, let me read some short messages. Yes, this is from Ni Otu Ankara. Eyezu we day like kakai. And this coming from Victor Maxon. Good evening from Cologne. Patti Nabedu. Hello, my brother Bashiru Abudulai. Stephen Kuranche, watching live from Hanover. Abna Sam Shiwe. Was a thumbs up for Mr. Aqua. Juliana Belinda Obri. Good evening, watching you from UK. And this is from Ma Lady Abuya. Mashallah. Patti Nabedu, I salute you, our hard-working senior Bashiru. Juliana, once again, said 2024, we need people who can do the job. All the best. And this is Patti once again. I said, in fact, you are amazing. We are proud of you. Bravo. This is Evangelistic Prayer Warriors. Top up aspirant. The EC chairman says, are equal to all. This is my show, NDC Hour, on Today Ghana News TV. Let me go and bring my next guest in the person of Senior Albert Alan Dechi. Senior Albert Alan Dechi is also vying for a position as an assistant chapter secretary. Am I correct? Or deputy secretary?
Deputy secretary.
You are most welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alfred. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Thank you too. Anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Albert Dechi?
All right. Before I say a little bit about myself, I would like to say a very big thank you to you for having me on your show, and to say thank you for the great work that you are doing for the party and for Ghana in general. I am sure that I am not alone when I say that we all owe you a great deal for your dedication and your selfless service to the party and to Ghana in general. May God richly bless you.
For God and country. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so who is Albert Alan Dechi? Oh, well, in my private life, I am a PhD student at the Center for Development Research in Bonn, affiliated to the University of Bonn. And but I am also, more importantly, I am also a dedicated member of the NDC, joined NDC the Coburg branch in the year 2014. And have been a dedicated servant of the party, elevating to the position of branch chairman in the year 2018. And I've served as the branch chairman of the NDC Coburg up until these elections, where I felt that I had done what I could do. So I passed on the mantle to a group of young, dynamic, dedicated gentlemen and lady who are in line to steer the affairs of NDC Coburg. So that's a brief introduction.
That's good. Thanks for this quick intro. Comrade, first of all, as a PhD student, do you have time for politics?
Everyone has time for politics, especially when it directly impacts on everybody's life. In fact, thank you for bringing this up. I always meet a lot of people who, when you ask them, they say that for them that they don't want to engage in politics, that they are apolitical. I always tell people that nobody, in all sincerity and honesty, can say that they are apolitical, because right from what is allowed for you to do in your bedroom to
it's
what
all
happens
politics.
in the
Yeah,
everything is politics.
yeah.
So nobody can say that you are apolitical. We are all political people, and we all engage in politics as we may be. In fact, I may be a student. There are some other people who have appeared before the program, and they are working.
Yeah.
So everybody has time to do other things, but we do this for the love that we have for our party and for the love that we have for Ghana.
Thank you so much. Talking about love you have for party in Ghana, why should delegates vote for you to become a deputy chapter secretary?
Why should delegates vote for me? Remember, this is the second time I am appearing before you in this on your show.
On the show, yeah.
Yeah. The last time I appeared on your show, I think at the time we were concerned about two major things that were happening in Ghana. We're concerned about the economy, and we're concerned about the fact that there were plans that were being put in place by by the party in power to try to steal the mandate of our people from them. Since then, and I mean, before I signed off, it was my prayer and hope that the next time we speak, we'll be speaking about happier things and happier times. Unfortunately, my brother, the situation is even worse now. We have since gotten to know that these people are not only interested in taking our mandate, but that even at the seat of presidents, at the seat of the president, they have turned it into a place where they are taking, what do they call it?
Appearance fee.
Appearance fee. Seat of government. And for all of these things to happen, it only calls on one thing, and that is how I ended your show the other time when you asked me about my closing note. I ended that program by invoking the youth anthem of Ghana, by calling on the youth of Ghana, especially those who are not even NDC members, to arise Ghana youth for our country, because our nation demands our devotion.
Our devotion, yeah.
That we all should contribute to make it great and strong. After the program, I tried to do some introspection to try to reflect about what happened during the program. And it dawned on me that there's one thing that I left out when I was invoking on the youth anthem. And that was the last part of the youth anthem. And the last anthem. In fact, I would have sung it because it is nicer when
we are all involved. Is that the one?
You see, your voice is better than mine. If I sing, my voice is terrible. If I sing, we'll shut off the internet.
It will rain.
So I will recite it. You see,
no problem.
We are all involved. We are all involved to make our country great and strong. And so this is what that's the last part of our youth anthem. And I noticed that in bringing this up, if I sit on your show and I call on people to arise for the country, to make it great and strong, and then I go and sit in my small corner and hide under the shadows, I would only be a hypocrite. And I am no hypocrite. And I know that NDC members are not hypocrites. So I decided to assess myself and see how best can I also contribute to making our nation great and strong. I assess my strength as a person, and I assess the weaknesses in the system as to where I can contribute. And as they say, charity begins at home. I am lucky to belong to the NDC German chapter. And so if I have to make any contribution, it starts from the German chapter. And so I made my assessment of the system. And per the assessment that I made, I came to one conclusion, that the NDC German chapter, by and large, we have a strong spine. What do I mean by we have a strong spine? It is my belief that for a greater chunk of our first team players, we have a good, that is for a great part of the positions, we have a first team. The problem is with the second team. Can we, in all sincerity, say that if something was to happen to any member of the first team, that our backup is as strong as the first team? And in my humble opinion, for the position that I am vying for, I did not arrive at that conclusion. And that is what made me decide to avail myself and my services to the cause of the party, to serve the party. You know, I know we are talking about how do you call that? Very, very important matters. But just on a lighter note, you know, a few days ago, I called one of our comrades to sell my ideas to him. And after selling my ideas to him, he said, "Oh, then you talk quite well. And from what you have said about your track record, that you look like somebody who can do the job for which you are asking to." The only problem he had with me was that but we don't know you. After the call, I was like, yeah, maybe it's true that they don't know me. But then it reminded me of something. You remember before the 2016 elections, when Nana Addo went campaigning?
Yeah.
My tree is no good, but I recall he went somewhere and they asked him why they should vote for him. He said, "Baby, I almost say, yeah, no more fretty."
Yeah, you
remember?
Yeah, I remember.
That's the politics that landed us where we are. In emergency, limping to IMF because people were interested in voting for people they knew instead of asking for competence. When people say they want to do a job, they must bring receipts. What makes you think that you can do the job? What have you done before that makes you think you can do the job? And not voting for people just because we know them or just because we like them. And that is where I come in. Because I have done it before. And my track record gives me the confidence that I can do it. And so I'm not asking for people to vote for me because they know me, but because I can do it.
Thank you so much, comrade. 2024 is the battlegrounds. When you get a nod as a deputy general secretary or deputy secretary in the German chapter, what specific programs or policies are you going to implement to make sure the NDC wins 2024 elections hands down?
All right. What specific programs? I think, see, if I can abide by Article 26 of the Constitution of NDC alone, I tell you, my brother, the NDC German chapter is going to be on a different level altogether.
What does Article 26 of German Constitution say? NDC Constitution says
it tells the duties of the Deputy General Secretary, and it will surprise you to know that the duty as stated by the Constitution is just one.
Tell us.
To assist the General Secretary in the performance of his duties, and that is it. But you see, so now to go to assist the General Secretary, you have to ask, what is the work of the General Secretary? And the party also gives the General Secretary basically three, but all of them can be summed in two. The General Secretary is supposed to be the chief scribe. Chief scribe, that is in
write minutes.
Not just writing minutes, but keeping documents, keeping documentation of everything that happens in the chapter and the party at all levels. That is one. Two, the General Secretary is the chief administrator of the party at any level. And so if the Deputy Secretary does that job alone in the German chapter, I tell you, we are going to move from strength to strength. But let me bring it back home. And these are still fresh matters that are on our minds. So I bring it back home for us to comprehend. Just today, I woke up to WhatsApp chats about people appealing to, the appeals have been made to the various branches to submit names of delegates who will be attending the Congress, and that this is not being done. So they are still making appeals. Do you know why this is not being done? Let me tell, and thankfully from my experience at the branch level, I can tell you. And this is how typically the party runs. The instructions are given at the chapter level, and these are supposed to happen at the branch level. Now, this and the normal scheme of things, this is what's going to happen. The chairman would be given this information, and the chairman will refer it to the appropriate officer, in which case would be the organizer or the general secretary. And the reason why most of these are delaying is because documentation is a problem. If we have a situation where the branches are well documented, the chapter is going to be well documented.
Thank you so much.
Can be done in 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you that you can do all these ones in 5 minutes. Unfortunately, because we don't have enough time, we'll end it here. Like I said, next week will be another opportunity for you to again speak to the hearts of the delegates. Let delegates know why they should vote for you and not your competitor or not your other comrade. Thank you so much, Comrade Albert Alan Dachi. Is that richtig?
Well, the name is Dachi, but whichever way, I'm not complaining.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for making time to join us on my show NDC Hour. I'll come back to you after the show for you to give your closing remarks. Of course, this is Comrade Albert Dachi. He is vying for a position as a deputy secretary in the NDC German chapter, and he says he's appealing to all delegates to vote for him to hold the portfolio or the office as a deputy general secretary, to assist the general secretary in the execution of his duties. Yes, let me read quick messages when I come. My next on the guest on the show is Comrade. That's my senior on my boss, Jasper Adama. Let me read short messages, then I'll come back. This is Joshua Nadikojo. He said Albert is the most preferred candidate. And this is from Novice Talks. So I say, good job, doctor. Leila, Albert is so humble. That's from Leila Mahama. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll go for one quick short break. Then when I come, I would introduce my next on the show.
Yo palanche, tete.
Dromo
Ulo chai.
Papa ne number she lata contamini free bank.
And then I form for na.
For na for onye gbemi score. Papa ni lata mi ni aboka wojira po ayeko. Minister no banje ba disturb me neke. Na nye ji adenye.
Thank you for joining us, or thank you for tuning into my show NDC Hour. This is my show NDC Hour on Today Ghana News TV. My name is Alfred Kuyoli, host of Today Ghana News, my show on Today Ghana News TV. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and you can listen to us also live on podcast on Anchor FM. And those of you totally listening to us on Sakina Information Center, I say kudos to you all. Eyezu, Eyeza. Yes, viewers, my next on the show is Comrade Jasper Adama. That is my senior comrade. Comrade, good evening, sir.
Good evening,
I can see you are very busy. You are in a car, but still, you still have the audacity to join us on the show. Thank you for joining us, comrade.
Thank you. I think the audacity is coming from you because you are hosting everybody now. I'm just sitting down, not talking. So most of the kudos go to you.
No, I mean, you see, I appreciate your appearance on the show because you told me earlier that your schedule today was very tight. And of course, looking at where you are, I can see you've parked somewhere. I mean, if any other person, he would have said, and hey, I don't have time, I can't make it. Anyway, delegates are happy, and I'm also humble to host you on my show NDC Hour. You are most welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to apologize for not taking your questions from my comfort zone, but this is the work of being a member of the NDC. So when duty calls, you have to
respond,
drop everything and then move in. Yeah, like you're doing also. And First of all, I want to thank you so much for doing a wonderful job, not only tonight, but for the past month. Thank you so much. This shows what we have to do in the next coming months after Hanover. There's a lot of work to do. Number two, congratulations to the Electoral Commission for doing a fantastic job. Within a short time, they were able to organize everything, vet the people, approve, and we are on the next stage now. Number three is a big thank you to Hanover, Bielefeld, Frankfurt for being the new branches that have come to join us. And then I'm also happy that the executive were not so stringent, you know, with the AC, that we make everything flexible so that a new chapter or the new branches could join us, the old guards, so that we could move ahead. So like time, you said time is not on site. I'll make everything precise and short so that people who are going to work tomorrow would run and have a good night's sleep today.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Comrade, tell us, what position are you vying for, please?
I want to retain the position as chapter communication officer.
Good. And how are the grounds for? Do you see? Are the grounds fertile for you to get the portfolio as a chapter communication officer?
The ground is, I would say, fertile because I don't have somebody. How would I say? I think I'm going unopposed.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned. And then I think it was also difficult to have a deputy chapter of the communication officer. I ask you, and then you have so many things to do. I mean, you would have fitted in a job perfectly. Not only about you're one of them. I think the people on the chapter communication team are so strong, and then everybody can fit into that position. So, like you're doing on the show, I mean, it's fantastic. I'm not the type who is always showing my face, but you are doing a better job than me in that perspective.
Yeah, as the saying goes, the production team are those who are supposed to get the credit. You know, the fact that I'm sitting here doesn't mean that all the ideas, all the things come from me. You guys are behind and then feeding me with all the stuff. So kudos to you too. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Comrade, delegates wants to know, in the next 4 years, ahead of 2024 elections, what are some of the communication programs you have in mind or what you put in place to make NDC communication team, especially the German chapter, one of the solid in the diaspora?
Thank you. What I plan to do, or had started already last year, was to get access to information coming from the headquarters through the diaspora branches, or to the chapters in the diaspora, and then through the branches, and then to members. But to get access to the people involved, and this is very, very bad for NDC because to win power, you must have access to information. Number one. Number two, you have to be able to disseminate the information to the next level, and then further to the people on the ground.
When you say access to information, the internet, there are stuff on the net. So what do you mean by access to information?
What I mean by access to information is when you see something on the net, you don't know whether it's true or not because there's so many fake news going around.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is you have access to somebody up there. Let's say something comes out about General Mosquito, and then you read it and so this cannot be true. So how do I access the information?
Verify.
So you have to, if you get access, direct access to either him or somebody in his circles and ask him, is this information true? If it's true, then you can spread it. But imagine you as a communication officer, you get information, you spread it, and then they come and say, this thing is fake. So your job done, zero.
Yeah, then your credibility will be at stake.
Yeah.
So having this experience, you've had this experience for the past 2, 4, 5, I don't know, the number of years you had this experience. Going forward, what's new? How are you going to re-strategize? Now you know where the problem is. And as the saying goes in research methods, they say that if you're able to identify a problem, then it means that you are halfway through the solution. Now you know where the problem is. Are you going to stick to the corner where you always point fingers at the problem, or you are going to improvise? And if you're going to be improvised, what mechanisms are you putting in place?
Very good question. Before I was just alone as the information officer. I didn't have a deputy. And then in the chapter level, there were so many positions also vacant. Now, after Hanover, we're going to be very strong, very formidable. So if you're going to take a decision, it's not going to be alone again. If you realize there were so many things which are done alone. I don't want to mention names. I don't want to mention programs. Everything was done wrong. Even this program is a typical example. When you put it on the platform, nobody cares. So you have to shout before somebody comes and say, oh, this is from us. They thought it was a private thing. And these are the problems I'm talking about. The executives have to say, you know, we have a show going on. If you have a private platform, you can share it. Say this is from the NDC. And then I have a lot of NDC platforms. So, for example, I have a Facebook platform. I have almost 6,000 followers. So if you put something there, I can go and assess how many people are watching it. It's about 200, 300. That gets to a lot of people. I go out and say, oh, I like your views about Ghana, because I try to include everybody. Not only NDC is a member of my platform, but NPP, because I use the power of inclusion. We have to include everybody. What the NPP is doing is exactly the opposite. It is my family, my friends, and that's it. If you are from another party, you are not welcome. If you're another tribe, you are not welcome. And this must stop, because Ghana belongs to all of us. It doesn't matter where you come from, the south, the east, west, or north. We are all Ghanaians. Whether you have a German passport, once you're one of your listeners is from Ghana, you are Ghanaian, because it's in the constitution. So these are the things we have to do. We have a lot of work to do. So I'm happy Hanover, being one of the few and new branches, have taken over this opportunity to host us. And it's a good sign.
Thank you so much, comrade. Now, talking about dissemination of information, sometimes when issue pops up in Ghana, I mean, national issues, for example, typical example, Ken must go, Nana must go, all these ones. As a communication officer, apart from the live show that we organize, that we discuss an hour or so, it's, as you rightly said, it's not everybody who got access to watch at the time of the broadcast. How many, or do you have in mind, probably coming up with articles from the German chapter or the German communication wing, regular article, maybe once a month or twice a month, that tackles with the key national issues that the media in Ghana can also pick up, or even if they don't pick it up, at least to be on the web, Ghana web, or whatever platform that people have reference to those articles from your quarters.
Thank you very much. That's a very good point. Yeah, I have that thing in mind, and I think I have some articles already written down, and I'm just waiting to be splashed, because what is going on is not outdated; it's still going on. It's the same thing, just repeated from another perspective, or if it's Galamsey, they repeat it in let me say at the port, destruction of environment. Even Accra, they say it's going to be the cleanest city in Africa. You can see nothing happened. So definitely I have write-ups already. Secondly, there was a colleague who was on a platform who said he opened a Facebook page and then Twitter and stuff like that.
Maxwell?
I try to get information how that thing happened without the knowledge of the communication officer. I haven't had any
that will be
access to that.
discussed behind.
So I want to do that when we get to Hanover and everything. And then why I'm bringing this up is this platform should be streamlined so that we all have access to it. So that we want to splash something. I don't do it privately on my Facebook page, but it comes here, it comes to all the executives, and then we spread it. So this means our heart have to merge together. So we follow the same line, so that we have a smooth flow of dissemination of information.
Then let me ask you about the NDC German chapter website. Who manages the website? Is it your office?
No, that is also another issue.
The content.
The content, no. I try to. I think I won't put it public now, but I'll put it on a CC thing, because you know we have a very solid team there, and then we respect ourselves, and we let everything flow and all the information flow. But there's some hitch somewhere, so I will let you get access to all the information.
Thank you so much, comrade. I think I had one last question for you, but some way, somehow, the question is actually missing in my box. Anyways, thank you for making time with us. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'll send a signal for the question to be popped up, but the question is not still up here. Anyway, thank you so much, comrade. One last question before you go. You know, the NPP communication is full of propaganda. And as you rightly said, one thing, they will say it over and over and over and over and over again. And it seems to Ghanaians that, that is the truth, even though it's a lie. Okay? What people are saying that NDC communication team are weak, or we are not that strong, because it looks like MP for one or MP NDC for no. When you get a nod, your team, how solid are you going? Because sometimes getting people to appear on shows become difficult. What measures are you going to put in place that will have, let's say, the next 3 months, a timetable that each person knows when he's coming live or when he's having whatever program, so that the person would use it to plan himself or herself? Any such thoughts?
Okay. I have something in mind also planned. Almost everybody knows me on the platform. My AKA name is The Truth or Nothing. Sometimes you say you can't be doing information and only go to the truth. But if you say the truth, you don't have to wake up in the morning and think about, what am I going to say to polish up this thing? Secondly, we have realized that all the branches don't have information officers. So we have to find a way to get somebody who is communicative on the branches to join the CCT. That is very important, regardless of educational background, because I can speak fluently. Somebody who has been from maybe in Bielefeld, who is very communicative, can speak Tree. So we have a program like this. He comes or she comes on a program and can do something. And then last but not least, we seem to forget about the Zongo caucus. They have most of the members in NDC, I can say in Germany, most of them are coming from the Zongo caucus. We have to utilize them. Most of them are young people. So I would like to liaise with a youth organizer to get them involved in these programs so that we get more youth, membership drive for the branches. And if possible, open new branches. Because the 3 branches that came into to join the chapter has brought some dynamism. And this must be continued. So we put it shortly.
Thank you so much. Somebody wrote something that, let me read to you. This is from Samuel Kofi Agongno. Do you know him? He said that, Comrade Jasper, I will be your vice communication officer. So you see now you have somebody has just
Thank you.
in his
Thank
application.
you. Thank you very
Anyway,
much. That I love that. So we are doing something. Slowly they'll come out.
Sure. Thank you so much, Comrade Jasper, for having time to appear on my show NDC Hour on Today Ghana News TV. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
And
my pleasure.
Hopefully
Thank you so
on
much.
the 3rd of December, we'll meet in Hanover and then we'll see. Yes, on Hanover coming on the line. Have you issued, how do you call it, accreditation to the media team or something like that? Because I've been having some questions from some media houses that whether they are going to get accreditation.
I have some things in place. So maybe tomorrow or latest by Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday.
By Friday, I'll give you more information about the media houses.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I
have some
appreciate
things
it.
planned. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Then have a wonderful evening, Comrade.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yes, viewers, this is Comrade Jasper Adama. He is vying for a position as a communication officer in the German chapter. You heard him, you heard what he said, and you heard what he has in mind in the next 4 years to come. Let me read some messages. When I come, then I bring my next guest in the person of Joseph Nyako, Comrade Joseph Nyako. He is my next on the flip. So let me see. This is from Leila Mahama. The NDC have facts wherever there is a discussion or argument, but the MPPs are just loud without facts. They think being loud means they are right in everything. This is from Neo2. Something must be discussed. Some things must be discussed and sought after the Congress. This is from Neo2 Ankara. This is from Jamel Richman of the NDC All the Way. Nice show. Thank you, sir. This is Leila Mahama. Say more fire. Now, thank you so much for watching the show. This is my show, NDC Hour, on Today Ghana News TV. My next on the show is Joseph Nyako, Comrade Joseph Nyako. Comrade Joseph Nyako is vying for the position as the vice chairman. Is that correct?
Yeah, Comrade Alfred is correct.
Thank you, sir. Comrade, me
say kwani ba me country correct pa. Na me nua nsi de obu bebrebe no. Nti me start na me bu bia man nya na man nya wonwa.
Uni how bekra de me yade.
Nti me be say me boni dia yesa amafo be ka say me nam na chi na e bia me be me nkra so te de me kire no.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, na masa na e no. They say me am standing ma me ho.
Oh sir. Yeah.
Nti but he has taught you. Yeah, almost so twi na enya o mai no e kwa na de brofo kakra from.
Good.
So I'm just saying that the first time I'm here with brother Alfred, Comrade Alfred, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm vying for the vice chairman for the NDC chapter in Germany. I was there for the last 2 years, and I want to be retained. He was talking about my peer, and I said I don't want to tell him about my whereabouts and where I'm coming from. And what people say I'm running behind my brother to be somebody. No, I run on my own achievement and on my own priorities and so on. It's what we just said.
That is good to hear. It means that as the Chinese proverb goes, your brother has taught you how to fish. He didn't give you fish.
We started together in the PDC time in our hometown circle. When we were in secondary school and training colleges.
Oh, okay. Yo, Comrade, you are most welcome to my show NDC Hour.
Thank you for the first time having me.
Yeah, we thank you. We appreciate you appearing on our show for the first time. We hope that today wouldn't be the last day that you are appearing on the show, but rather you'll be often on this show.
If only open the chance for me, I'll be available. You see, I'm just coming from work and I have to rush to talk to you people. So I'm sorry if I'm appearing like this without being
no problem.
100% dressed like a real politician. But
no problem.
Whether sleeping or not, me, I'm ever ready for the battle.
Nice one. Comrade, as you rightly said, you said you have been the vice chairman for the last 2 years and you want to retain it. Can you tell us, in the last 2 years, what impact did you make in the NDC German chapter, or did you make in the NDC German chapter, and why should delegates retain you to take the mantle in the next coming years?
Okay. I think we come a long way as a German chapter. We talk about it. We come a long way since 95. I started my part, my journey. After the elections in Ghana 92, everywhere we were, everywhere we go, I go with me and my wife, we have problem. Simply because General is my brother, and my wife also is a never from Tigby Keta, near Keta. So we decided to form our own NDC. So anywhere we go, we can get support of the people there. So there was a ding-dong battles from there till the last 2 years, when things were settled with us, and then we had Chairman Dake in front of us, and then me as behind him. And we have worked assiduously during these 2 years, trying to make sure that we get members for each branch, and then a committee has to be set up. And I was in charge of it this Corona time. We couldn't go anywhere, but I managed to increase our branches from 13 to 23 or so on that level, because I have to call them to rejuvenate the dead or the sleeping branches. Sometimes some of them even I call them from their workplaces. Now we are somewhere, we are now on our feet, and then we need to go on with Mr. Dake's program. And then the team there is very solid, and we don't want changes to disrupt the whole process. So that's why I want to behind him, and then we work solidly like our programs already there. We try to continue with them, so that instead of bringing us backwards where we are, we can go forward and it's easier.
So you mean, if I understand you correctly, you have an unfinished business. You started something. You are not done with it.
Politics, you can't finish the programs. Every time comes a different thing.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, when they were the election 2020, you have to have a committee, a financial board, which I chaired, and then you have to find money from here to go and support the people in Accra and everywhere. The Corona time also, we organize ourselves like that, and we issue special cards for them as recognized for their help in Ghana. So there are so many things we have to go on, but we need more blood into the system. So we are not trying to tell anybody not to come. Only one person should go on and on. So the electorate, they have to decide whether you go or not.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell them that I'm very, very strong in the race. So if they choose me, I go and do my right job.
Comrade, that is exactly where I was coming. You said you have started mobilizing the German chapter, and now you brought the German chapter into a certain pedestal.
Yes.
And that you think that you are actually now
On
the Germans will say on the Autobahn.
Yes.
So ethanol gas game.
Yes.
So you want to be maintained so that you know the direction in which you are going.
I know the direction, I know the curves, I know the potholes, and then I know how to steer the thing towards the right direction where Mr. Dake will tell us to go. He's the boss.
But there is another school of thought that says that sometimes, as you rightly said, sometimes you need a fresh mind, fresh idea, somebody new to also come, because someone, if you are watching from outside, maybe you can see where the potholes and other things are, like football. You understand? So if you are if we are on the sidelines, touch lines, you can see where the coach or the captain is getting it wrong. So when we come inside, then we know that, okay, here we were supposed to do here, we were supposed to go here. So probably
very good.
if somebody is coming from outside, or not outside to say, is a new person, or somebody is contesting you, isn't it because probably the person has identified some sort of pothole somewhere that he want to come and patch?
In every situation in man's life, nobody's perfect. I wouldn't say I'm perfect because I'm not God. I can make a mistake and I can recorrect myself, or somebody can recorrect me or correct me. But as at now, I don't know if there's any mistake anywhere, because nobody has ever called me or put my attention to the fact that the direction you're going is wrong.
No, not necessarily that you are making a mistake, but as you said, it's the party is big, is strong. We have a big agenda. Okay, you have done your part. What you have done, probably you were, as it were, like John the Baptist. You paved the way for the Messiah. You understand? So now
I'm just going to that direction. I just said it and I want to repeat it. I'm just going to that direction. I just want to repeat it. That's why I said, if the electorate, they think this the new blood to come in, me, I support everything. I don't force anybody. Politics, if you force the whole thing, it will just be like Akufo-Addo now, what he's doing. If the thing is not, you can't carry it. As our boss will say. So let's see, the electors have to decide whether there should be a new person or the person should go on a little and then give the baton to somebody else.
Along the show, there was this question about their familiarity. Does your delegates know you? Do you know your delegates?
Delegates, you see, in Germany, it's not easy to know the delegates. I got to know one or few of them through telephone calls. One, we were trying to revive the sleeping branches and then creating new ones and so on. You can't know all. Because how diverse it is. Even my constituency here, you can't know. One will come for the first time because of work, he doesn't come again. You'll be calling. It's practically impossible to know all of them. But those who are more frequently talking to you every weekend, you say hello, they know us. That one is 100%.
Okay. Because of time, I'll ask my last question. The big agenda is 2024.
Yes.
Comrade, if you get a nod as a vice chairman, what are your plans against 2024?
I have so many, but I'll talk about only one because I don't want to waste people's time. You see, when we came here in the mid-80s, 85, I was here. 88, I started teaching here in Germany. And then getting to the 90s, you could see Ghanaian businesses flourishing everywhere. African markets, haircut studios, or whatever it is. But getting to the mid-90s or to the 2000s, everything was withered away within a very short time. Very few can see now standing. But this is the problem of what we call animosity. They say, pull him down syndrome, and so on. It doesn't make any society grow. So I will appeal to my colleagues, whether you're on my side or on anybody's side, that unity is the best answer that can give us peace and that can move us forward. Because when you go to the book of James, chapter 3, you read the whole of 5 to 8 or the whole of the chapter. It will tell you to tame your tongue. Because your mouth, this small mouth, can create problems. So I appeal to all my friends, before we can mobilize ourselves at home, let's get unified. Let's get the unity among us so we can have peace to plan our things and see the necessary programs that we can put forward to help the headquarters in Accra.
Thank you so much, Comrade Nyako.
Thank you.
It was a privilege to have you
Alfred
on my show NDC Hour on Today's Ghana News TV.
Put me there most of the times. And send me some topic that I can discuss with you.
No problem.
I'm always available.
You have them in abundance.
And the first time also, I'm very happy, and I greet also my viewers who are listening to me for the first time. Many have not seen me before, but I just come from. Next time you see me very well. Have a good night.
That doesn't it's not a problem at all. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Have a good night, comrades.
Delegates have heard you, and of course, as you already said, they have the mandate to share. So definitely on the 3rd of December, delegates will decide who they want to become their vice chairman. Thank you so much, Comrade Joseph Nyakon, for making time to join us. Let me read my last messages, then I come back and then take last, as it were, closing remarks from delegates who are still online once. Okay. Now, this is from Leila Mahama. We want to hear some Ebebuo Inchi. This message didn't come early. This is, look at how Akufo-Addo. Hey. This is from Stephen Crunchy. This is Stephen Crunchy once again. David started, but Solomon finished. Yeah, thank you so much for sending your thoughts, comments, and questions. Many times. This is my show, NDC Hour. The program today, we have extended the time because of this special assignment. But thank you for having time or making time to join us till now. Now, let me go to my delegates. If you can put all my guests on the show once, then everybody will have one minute and then give their closing remarks, if that is possible. If that is possible, all the guests should appear once. 4, 5, 6. Then we'll see. But before then, this is, if you just join us, this is my show, NDC Hour. We are live on TodayGhanaNews TV. You find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and all the social media platforms. And on satellite, we are also there. If you want to listen to us on podcast, you can listen to us live on. Yeah. So, are we having my guest? Or if not, then I'll go for a short break. When I come back, then we'll wrap up. So let's go for a short break.
Yo balanche, tete.
Dromo
Ilo chai.
Papa na mbeshi lata konta ni free bank.
Ena forma for na
For na for onye gbemi go ba papa ni lata mi ni ebo kan wo jira po aye ko. Ni sando ba nya ba di step mi neke. Na nya ji aje nye.
Okay, etiye for Edama say Emamo Adjo, Emamo Akwaba Beam, we at TodayGhanaNews TV, and I will hear my show NDC Hour. And that minya a year and penny for Mochum who was a young twaba more, no only the NDC German chapter anymore. It won't feel na a day anymore, no more fan park on 2024, or more than the Ombeck tray, or Moneswadi, the interior was a twaba more. Emma only the NDC German chapter anymore. And into delegates, I on the 3rd of December, Yakusha our Hanover. Right, Drew Monhe na muntie the wait monhe the wait my year jumano na monto abano mano na omidi NDC German chapter nim yada mase se munya abre ene adaje editie ene eyu kuada erade adomo a efiada ye was special program ye the other delegates so ba part 2 because delegates no do so in for munya ma once so efiada 8 o'clock German time, Ghana time 7 o'clock. The best high Asia na the other aspirants and also aba share programs, visions, projects, and agenda to viewers and the delegates. So delegates will make a concrete and informed decision ahead of 2022 chapter general elections. Our Hanover. And it's Friday on the 25th of November. Please make a date and join us at 8 o'clock German time and 7 o'clock Ghana time on same platform. Thank you for making time to watch us. This is Alfred Kuyoli, your regular host on my show NDC Hour. on Today Ghana News TV. Thank you and have a good evening. Bye.
Day before this honor, no weapon formed against I shall prosper. The wicked and his work shall go down in disaster. Day before this honor, no weapon formed against I shall prosper. I'm anointed and appointed to walk as a winner. This is your still King Malachi from out of Jamaica, representing for GhanaNews TV, the web TV for the best programs. We broadcast via satellite and also on all social media platforms. We do developmental news, social program, employment, entertainment, and educative politics. Today